Yo, what is up, YouTube? Back with another. Today, we are going over the Week 9 NFL games. Going to be predicting all of them, my thoughts on each matchup. And yeah, so as per usual, here are all the games. Comment down below every game. If you get everything right, I'll shout you out. So far, throughout the first, I believe, 9 weeks, I haven't done it every week, but not a single person has gotten every game right. The Packers upset the Cardinals. I think one person picked the Packers to win. The Jets upset the Bengals. And one game I thought I got really good last week, I called it. I said the Patriots were going to beat the Chargers, and they did. So I'm proud of that, but let's get into Week 9. So we're starting off with Thursday Night Football. We got Jets at Colts. I don't really know what to say about the Jets at this point in time because, maybe I should say this about the Bengals, actually. So if you don't know, the Jets beat the Bengals, and the Bengals were going to Week 8, the first seed in the AFC, and they lost to the Jets. Like, the Jets, come on. That doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe the Jets got lucky or something, but I don't know what happened there. So are the Jets going to perform like that again, or are the Colts just going to beat them? This is in Indianapolis. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what to say about the Jets. They could be, I don't think they're good, but maybe the Bengals are just bad, and, I don't know. So I think the Colts are going to win this game. They should be favored to win. They had a really good performance against the Tennessee Titans last week, but lost in overtime. They did get bailed out, though, by that pass interference, so that was kind of lucky. But besides that, Colts are definitely the better team, and they're going to win. So now we go to the Sunday games, start at 1 o'clock. We got the New York Giants hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. So the Raiders, I believe, are currently second seed in the AFC at 5-2. And this is the team that I have the most question marks about because of their coaching. Because before John Gruden was fired, basically, I believe they were playing worse than they are right now. So I think their coaching actually got better after he fired. But is it going to remain that way? That's the question to ask. But still, they're playing the Giants, and there's no shot the Giants beat them because, the Giants are trolls. So I think the Giants get smacked tonight, Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. That leaves a bad taste in their mouth. They're just going to get smacked even harder against the Raiders next week in New York. But could be a close game, not going to lie. We're just going to have to see what happens. Next, we got Falcons at Saints. This is, I would say, an interesting game because Saints had a huge win over the Buccaneers at home. But the thing is that their starting quarterback, Jameis Winston, was injured in the middle of the game. And Trevor Siemian carried the Saints offense to a win. So you got to wonder, how is that even possible, right? Winston got injured earlier in the game, so Trevor Siemian played a lot of the game. Look at that, they won. So I think the Saints offense actually looking pretty solid with either QB, their defense. It's pretty solid. It's not the best in the league, but it's not bad. So it's pretty solid. And they're hosting a division rival, the Falcons. And, the Falcons lost to the Panthers last week. So I think this game is going to be close. I'd probably say it's going to be high scoring. And I would not be surprised if the Falcons won this game just because of the Saints quarterback scenario right now. I think it's going to be a closer game than a lot of people expect it to be. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons upset. But you got to pick the Saints to win this game just because it's at home. They're basically winning their division ahead of the Buccaneers. Even though they've had a bye week, they have the same amount of losses as the Buccaneers. If they want to make the playoffs, they got to start winning games, harder games. This isn't a hard game, but even though they're 5-2, they can't start losing easy games like this one, which is why they're going to try as hard as they can, right? So they're going to win this game. Next, we got, the blowout of the week, got Bills at Jaguars. I think the Bills have the easiest schedule in the league. They do. I've already said this before. If you look at their remaining games, I'll show you right here. Like, look at it. Like, just look at it. Jaguars, and then the Jets, and then the Colts. And then they should beat the Saints. I think they should. And the Patriots. And then I think they'll lose to the Buccaneers, right? They're going to beat the Panthers. They're going to beat the Patriots again. They're going to beat the Falcons. And then they play the Jets. Like, dang, look how easy that schedule is. My point being is I believe the Bills are going to probably get first seed. I'm just going to say that. Even though it has literally, it has no meaning towards this game. It makes no sense in the context of this video for me to say that, but I just got to point that out. And I also got to say that with such an easy schedule, this is going to hurt the Bills in the playoffs just because it happened to the Steelers last year. Steelers had the easiest schedule in the league by far. It was so easy that they went 12-4, and then once they started playing good teams, they immediately lost. I just wanted to point that out. The Bills are definitely beating the Jaguars anyway, so let's go to the next game. We got the Browns at Bengals. Ooh, this is going to be a huge game. This is a very important one. So this is in Cincinnati. Why do I say this is very important? If the Browns lose this game, they're at bottom. They're at the very bottom of their division. A lot of people thought this team were Super Bowl contenders, probably favorites to win the AFC along with the Bills. And they're currently in last place in their division behind the Steelers, Ravens, and of course the Bengals. So why is this game so important? Let's look at the standings right here. They lost to Pittsburgh last week. That was a huge game. They lost that one, so that's really bad for them. Bengals are 5-3, I think, and the Ravens are 5-2. So just like that, if you look at their standings, look how good this division is. Every team, including the Browns, are 500 and above. And let's just look at the outcome of this game. So if the Browns win, meaning the Bengals lose, the Browns will be 5-4, and the Bengals will be 5-4. And the Browns will be ahead of the Bengals in division standings. The Bengals will drop to 4th place. I think the Steelers are going to win because they're playing the Bears. So the Bengals are going to drop to 4th place, and the Browns are going to go to 3rd, putting the Steelers at 2nd and the Ravens at 1st, depending on if the Ravens win or not. So huge game. But if the Bengals win, they'll be at 6-3, 2nd place in their division, assuming the Ravens win. And the Browns will be at 4-5, a losing record. And they're going to be 3 games behind the Steelers, Bengals, and Ravens. Basically 3. So this is a huge game. If you're a Browns fan, you got to be scared because this is in Cincinnati. Can't even emphasize how important this game is. Whoever loses, if the Browns lose, like, their season could be over. I'm not even joking. But if the Bengals lose, it's not that bad for them, but it could be. The actual game itself, let's talk about it. I don't know what to say. Like, the Browns, I thought they were going to lose to the Steelers because of unhealthy players. The secondary's beat up. Baker and Nick Chubb coming back from injuries. I thought they were going to lose because of that reason. They did. But they're definitely going to perform better next week against the Bengals just because of probably they're going to be more healthy. And then looking at the Bengals, their offense is pretty good. Defense is, I don't know. Like, you lost to the Jets. Like, what am I supposed to say? But they choked that game hard, and, maybe they should have won that game, but losing that is very demotivating. Like, you hate to see if you're a Bengals fan. That could affect the outcome of this game. But like I said, a huge game. Who do I think is going to win? I think it's going to be a very close game. I think the Browns' offense performs better than it did against Pittsburgh just because healthier players, like I've said before. I also think the Bengals' offense is going to perform pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a shootout. Both teams score over 30. Like, I'm stalling on this game because, I literally don't know who's going to win. So I'm just going to pick one, Bengals. All right, next game, we got Patriots at Panthers. Both teams 4-4, huge game. Of course, they're in different conferences, but I think the winner of this game is going to be better off as the season continues. Patriots had a pretty good performance against the Chargers. I think they're getting better and better as the weeks continue. Panthers got a huge win over their division rival Falcons in Atlanta. I think Sam Darnold's injured though, so I'm going to pick the Patriots to win. Next, we have the Broncos, Cowboys. This is in Dallas. I'm picking the Cowboys to win. Just got a notification saying Von Miller was traded to the Rams. So, yeah, that's a thing now. So, I think the Broncos were pretty bad to start with, and they're playing a really good team. Picking the Cowboys. Next, we got Vikings at Ravens. I thought this game was in Minnesota. I don't know why, but it's actually in Baltimore. And after the Vikings lost to a backup quarterback last night, come on, man. Like, you gotta be mad if you're a Vikings fan. But that puts you at like 3-5, I think. So that's pretty bad. You're playing a pretty good team, the Baltimore Ravens, who are coming off a bye week. So yeah, don't expect any mercy from them. I'm picking the Ravens to win this game easily. And next, this game. Oh, man. Worst game of the week. Texans at Dolphins. This could be a tank game, like straight up tank. So both of these teams are actually 1-7. I thought the Dolphins were 2-6, but the Texans and Dolphins are both 1-7. So this is a tank game. Whoever loses this game would drop to second to last place in the league, assuming the Lions lose, which they will. So this is a huge game for both teams to purposely lose, because whoever loses this game gets a better draft pick next season. So which team's better at losing? I'm picking the Texans to lose, of course. So I'm going to pick the Dolphins to win this game. And the Dolphins are going to lose the tank war. Of course they're going to win this game, though. Next game, we got Chargers at Eagles. Interesting game, let me say the less, because Chargers coming off 2 straight losses against the Ravens and the Patriots, and the Eagles coming off the best win of their season against the Lions. So the Eagles, I didn't even watch that game against the Lions, because who would want to watch that? But they destroyed the Lions, like straight up. I think they scored 44, around that probably. Yeah, 44-6. That was a huge win. I think the Lions were just purposely tanking because the Eagles, pretty bad record. So this game's huge because with such a huge win, I think the Eagles' motivation could carry. They shouldn't even try, though. The NFC standings, the playoffs, they're like incredibly competitive. So there's basically no point of even trying to get a playoff spot. But the 7th seed could be open, maybe not. The Chargers need a win, though. They need a win. Like, they're dropping week by week down their division. In the AFC playoff bracket, they're dropping. If they lose this one, they could be out of the playoff picture next week. Huge game. The Chargers are probably better, but, maybe we were overhyping them because of that huge win over the Browns 3 weeks ago. They've been overhyped. They lost to the Ravens. They got destroyed by the Ravens, actually, and then they lost at home against the Patriots. I don't know. This could be an evenly matched game. Could be even scored. I'm going to pick the Eagles to get the upset. I'm calling it right now. Picking the Eagles to get the win. Next, we got a huge game. We got Packers at Chiefs. These two teams were both first seeds in their conferences last season, but different season, different outcome. These two teams played each other 2 years ago in Kansas City. Packers won. Mahomes was injured. But the Chiefs' defense is so bad that you got to give the Packers the win here. It's just so bad. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs lost to the Giants tonight. Like, that's how bad it is. Mahomes, getting beat up. Offensive line's kind of trolling, too. I'm picking the Packers to win this game, even though it's in Kansas City. Next, we got Cardinals at 49ers. Huge game. 49ers need to win because I believe they're currently at 7th or 8th seed in the NFC. They need a 7th seed to make the playoffs, competing with the Vikings, of course, and the Cardinals. After losing to the Packers, they dropped to 2nd seed or 3rd seed, one of those two. If they lose this game, they're going to drop to 4th seed probably. Or, they'll drop out of first place in their division, actually, because the Rams are better and they'll have a better record probably. So huge game. This is going to be a close one probably, but I think the Cardinals should get the win over the 49ers. I'm picking the Cardinals to win, even though it's going to be close. And next game, we actually have a pretty good one. We got Titans at Rams. So, like I said, Rams literally just got Von Miller. But bad news, Titans fans. Derrick Henry broke his foot. He's out for the entire season. So, yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, that's really bad. Hate to see it. Derrick Henry's a monster. I'm not a Titans fan, but I think he's a beast. So, hate to see it, but you got to move on. And, I think Derrick Henry being the most impactful player on your offense is going to lose you a lot of games, Titans. So, you're not beating the Rams this week. And, your season's basically over. I'm just going to say it right now. I'm picking the Rams to win. In the last game of the year, I'm kidding, the last game of the week, we got Bears at Steelers. You're going to wake up in 2 weeks and you're going to see the Steelers are 6-3, first place in their division. And you're going to be like, how did that happen? Well, they play the Bears this week. They're getting the win. Next week, they play the Lions. They're getting the win there. Both home games. I'm picking the Steelers to win. So, that's it. Comment down below your predictions. Also, just got a notification. Jameis Winston is done for the season after tearing his ACL. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, unfortunate news around the league. But you got to move on. Thanks for watching. Adios.